All right, welcome back. The last story I told you was about a motorcycle crash and the result of it. Let me tell you another one. I got a few of these, not too many. I didn't work traffic. This is just on patrol. Working patrol night watch. I had a partner. We've been with each other a few times, and we get a radio call, traffic accident. Okay, so we're pretty close. So we come up a main highway that comes up main highway, 4 lanes going this way, 4 lanes going the other way, about 3, and it curves. And then it goes under another road that's got a big bridge over the top. The reason why I explain that is it kind of comes into view here with the picture, with the story. Anyway, so we're close and we're the first ones there because we got the call and nobody's got there yet. So nobody knows what they have. Citizens call in and tell the dispatch what they see, and the dispatch, obviously sends out a unit, and nobody's there yet. We're the first ones to get there. So as we get closer, we get pretty close to the overpass of this road. Okay, we see all kinds of debris, like there's been an accident. Well, there has been an accident. Okay, we pull up and we see there's a middle section, like not really a turning lane, just like where the paint is, with 2 lanes of paint. Appears to be a car there that hit the abutment of this overpass, and on both sides of this stuff is debris just all over the place. It must be 200 or 300 feet of debris this way and a bunch of that way, and it's like midnight during the week, so there's not a lot of traffic out there, and a lot of the cars are coming through really slow. And we thought, okay, so we get out there and we call for a backup because this needs to have traffic control because there's debris, there's tires, big tire laying there with a rim. So we get out of the car. This is what we see when we get out of the car, and we see the car there into that abutment, I'll call it, the pillar that holds the overpass. So we walk up on our flashlights out, and we're looking, and we got our lights of our police car on it too. And what we see is similar to the last story. Okay, we see a bigger mass of metal though. We see like maybe 4 feet wide, again about chest high, of a car body and engine and transmission and tires, which turned out later on was a Porsche, okay, 2-seat Porsche. And we're looking around because we thought, well, maybe we're trying to figure out where's the driver. Did he bail out? Did this car flip and throw him out? There's all kinds of options here, and we don't see anybody laying around. And as we're looking, one of the backups shows up, and then of course our supervisor shows up. And as we're getting really down and close, we make out this body. And this is why I put adult contact on this. This is get the kids out of the room here if they're a little sensitive. But again, we walk up just like the motorcycle, only just as gross. Okay. In this case, he was driving a Porsche, rear engine, of course. I'm telling you stuff. I'm kind of going ahead of myself because I'm telling you what it is. He's an intern at a nearby hospital. They found out later on he was DUI. And we didn't know any of this, obviously, when we're standing there staring at this. Young guy, is probably early 30s. When he apparently swerved off the road coming from work, went across that double low line, the thing I told you wasn't wide enough as a lane that guards you from going into the abutment, and slammed into this thing, and who knows how fast. Again, I'm not a traffic expert, but I know it's got to be more than 70, 80 miles an hour. I have no idea. So here's a body in there, embedded by the rear engine. Okay, fluids are pouring down, and again, like the other story I told you, bodies have a lot of fluid. So this fluid we're looking at, oil, blood, feces, it's all over the place. And there's an arm sticking out, saw part of a foot, because the body is being basically stamped by the motor into the cement, so it's not going anywhere. So we see this, and the supervisor comes over and goes, "Oh man, look at that." And we're looking. Well, the guy I was with, never been in the military. He looks down, sees this, and he's over dropping his dinner. Okay, he's thrown up. You can't take this. It's really gross. It's a gross scene. I didn't see the head or the chest area. I can imagine what that looked like. I'm sure it was crushed like a grape because the whole thing looked flat, as flat as it can be with a high performance motor in there. So. And then we started, other units got there, they set out some flares, we got some tow trucks there, and we have to call the coroner, we have to call a traffic unit. Everything takes time, so we stood around for just waiting for traffic control, and once the traffic officers got there, then and the tow trucks get there, the tow trucks sweep the street, and then we narrowed the lane so cars can get by, and then we're done. I mean, we just, because traffic experts take care of that, then they have to call the coroner out again, he has to come out and take care of that body, then they have to have the tow truck people. What a grisly job, huh? If you work for a tow truck, is to pull what's left of that car to put it on the bed of the truck. And of course, when you peel that off, that's why the coroner's there, because when you take that body, whatever part of the motor or engine that you have, You pull it off this cement thing. Okay, what's going to be in there is a little package of human. Okay, and that's what the coroner has to get in there. And he's got to take that body out and put that body on a bag, and then the motor has to be taken out. And that's got to be, and the whole thing has to be put up on the tow truck. So that's grisly business on that one. Oh, I wouldn't want to be around for that. And but I wasn't. We weren't. And we found out months later, or a couple months later, because the coroner has to do an inquest. He has to check the body and all that stuff. That it was a drunk driver. They identified the guy was a young intern, worked the late shift. He was going home and basically just lost control. They don't know why. And that's the end of that. And so we just, for us, leaving that night, we just looked at each other, and our partner had to go get something to eat, cool off a little bit, some cold compresses. He was calming down now. Good guy, tough man, but sometimes things happen. You can't control it. You lose control, and you're back to normal. And so we're back the next hour or two, back to work and doing police work. So there's my second crash story. I don't think I have too many of those left, but hope you enjoyed it, information kind of thing, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.